to Barefoot Bruce's workshop. Well, cross-country ski season's upon us. The best thing you can do for your skis is to wax them. Let the wax really soak in. That's done with a Hotbox, and you can find Hotboxes at most ski shops. The problem is, closest ski shop and Hotbox to me is about 20 miles away in downtown Portland. I don't feel like making the drive every time I want to wax my skis and give them a good, long, warm waxing. Let the wax soak into those microscopic pores of the sintered bases. So I built my own, and this didn't take too much effort. Involved some wood, 18-inch by 8-foot piece of 1/4-inch plywood, and 1.5-inch by 3/4-inch wood, some Gorilla tape, some hinges, also some reflective attic insulation, which I bought a roll of it for my attic. Obviously, if you're going to try to build one of these yourself, which I'll show you how to do it, this is somewhat overkill, so you can buy this insulation at places like Home Depot and Ace Hardware, probably a number of other hardware stores. So let's start at the beginning, which is waxing the ski. I happen to have a nice warmed up Topo wax iron and some wax. Some nice warm wax. We're going to just lay that on and put it in the Hotbox and let it soak in. So here's how I like to do it. Warm up the end and then scrape it on. It makes it go on nice and smoothly rather than the bumpy drips that you have to melt down again. Okay. So I don't know how visible it is, but I'm going to leave this unmelted on here just to demonstrate how the Hotbox will melt the wax. I'm going to set this aside and set this aside in the wax stand and pull out the celebrity of the moment, which is the Hotbox. One bungee, two bungees, flip out the legs, and what I'm going to do is put it up here on the software. So you can see for yourself how this is done. Unfold the insulation. So the insulation, the purpose of the insulation is to create a space blanket to keep the heat in. I'm going to keep one side open so you can see me put the skis in. I'm only going to put 2 skis in, but this design will accommodate quite a few more. going to carry this down to the floor. And I'm going to plug in a heater. Close up the end. Bring this in a little closer. Now it's on the concrete floor. That reduces, obviously, fire hazard. I have put a fire detector up on the wall. And as one more precaution, I put a sticker up on the kitchen cabinet that says Hotbox is on. I do that before I plug the thing in. One more precaution. The plug for the heater is connected to a plug that's controlled by a light switch. So when I turn off the lights in the garage here, the power goes off and we don't have a heater going all night long, and maybe even for a few days if we go away on a trip. All I do, this is a patent space heater. It's a recirculating heater, so it doesn't shut itself off when it gets warm inside, and that's pretty important. I've used other space heaters and they keep shutting themselves off. So this will recirculate its own warm air. All I do is put this on one end. Cover it up. The air travels through, out to the other end, blows out the other end. And I just let it go for several hours into the evening, and it lets the wax soak deeply into those pores and really condition those bases so they'll be ready for ski season, for racing, for touring, for whatever. Okay, so while this thing is cooking, I'll just mention that on my blog, which is called Barefoot Bruce Workshop, I put the specifications for this box. And the assembly instructions. Overall, it's 8 feet long, and it's 15 inches high and 18 inches wide. That's the size of the overall box. And as I mentioned, you get a patent or other recirculating type heater, space heater to put in the end, and off you go. I'm going to show you in the meantime one thing. Okay, here's the Hotbox reminder that I put up before I plugged in the heater. And I'm not going to take it off until after I unplug it. Okay, and this happened surprisingly rapidly, but I'll show it to you. You may or may not be able to see, but the wax on these skis has already started to melt, and it'll continue to melt into the base for the next few hours. So I'm going to leave it now. I'll put it back in. And be sure to take a look at the specs on the website or the blog, and have a great ski season.